We finally managed to get more official information on Zenless after almost a year of small news drops on their Twitter. However, the information we got was very small. I was going to post my reaction for the trailer, but if you're interested in that, I recommend going to watch it on the live stream, because while I did love this trailer, they didn't make it easy for new viewers to tell what this game is or what it features. So, instead of posting a reaction and farming views, today I will break down what was shown in this minute-and-a-half teaser. For those that have never seen this game before, Zenless is a fast-paced anime combat action game that allows you to have up to teams of 3 characters that you can swap between on the fly to create some fun, snappy, and visually stunning combat. The game does also have heavy roguelike elements, so if you're into that, this game is definitely one to keep your eye on. There are some small exploration instances, but it's mostly heavily story-focused. And if you're interested in the story or more direct gameplay, I do have plenty of gameplay and playthroughs on the channel that I recommend checking out. But for now, let's go over the new things shown in this trailer. First up, during this Internet section where they show this newsfeed, there is this small little tab right here which could be showing a new character being teased, or it's just a glorified NPC. Just a small little thing I noticed that I wanted to point out in case others missed it. The only other decent information here is that it appears there is actually evil proxies, which, to be honest, I wouldn't really be surprised if in the world of New Eridu there are some proxies that send Hollow Raiders to their death, since New Eridu is kind of a dodgy city. Besides the news feed, we do get confirmation of some new areas, some of which we have actually seen before through the news drops on Twitter over the past couple months. However, it does appear that we may actually have a subway system to travel to new areas of New Eridu, as they do show the station as an area, and during the first beta we were able to collect a train ticket during the beta, and it was unusable before. Next up, we do get to see a system potentially called the Favorability, which seems to be a Persona hangout situation where you do get to hang out with the characters and get closer to them. They show a small UI of this feature, which looks beautiful. I love the way this UI looks, but if we do take a closer look, we do actually get some hints at what the feature could include. In the background here, we do see arrows pointing up, which could be a subtle nod that after that hangout, your friendship level with that character will increase. That is similar to Persona, again, where sometimes the hangouts don't actually level them up every time, but could take one or more hangouts to fully level up. It then shows that there are different hangouts with different characters depending on the time of day, because for those that don't know, there is a time system in Zenless, which it looks like they'll use pretty heavily, since the arcade actually has listed hours on the building, and I assume you can only go in during the active hours. Speaking of the arcade, we can actually go inside! It appears there are plenty of minigames we can play at the arcade, and it would be fun if this is how they implement a little co-op feature, where we could see our friends' high scores on the different minigames and try to beat them for rewards. Finally, we get into the new combat and gameplay features. It appears we now have the option to select an assist type on characters. These assists range from defensive, evasive, and offensive assists. Thankfully, they do show an example of those assists, albeit very hard to tell in the trailer. But first up, we do have the evasive assist, as we can see Billy jump in and dodge the attack that was going to hit Onbi, allowing for a dodge attack follow-up. Then it appears we get 3 different instances of the defense assist, as it looks like we can summon them at the correct time to parry an incoming attack, giving the enemy some stun and allowing us to dish out some damage. Finally, we get to see the offensive assist, as we see Anton spin in behind our current character and deal damage on the swap. Oh, by the way, did you notice that? It appears they actually changed the element type of Sokaku, or however you say her name. As in the previous beta, she did deal wind damage, but here she has frost on her flag and appears to be dealing ice damage. Also, on the Anton assist, we do see a new enemy type that we've never seen before, and I'm going to assume that this is just a normal criminal that raids hollows for resources and is not associated with an actual corporation or faction. Besides that, there were some small redesigns on ethereals, and they did boost the colors and vibrance on the enemies as well. That is all the new things that they showed in the trailer, and I must say I am still very excited for this game, but I would be lying if I didn't say that I was a little disappointed at this trailer and how little they showed, especially not announcing a new incoming beta or anything of real substance for those that have not played the game before. I think I only noticed these changes due to playing the previous beta, and those that didn't, this trailer probably looked exactly the same. But, like I said, I am still very excited to get my hands on this game, and of course, I will continue to cover the game as we get information, so don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date. And for those that want to see what was provided in the previous beta for Zenless, I do have a full lore guide on the previous beta test live on the channel now. So why don't you go ahead and check that out while you're here. But with all that said, I'll see you in the next one, Proxies.